Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Waboi Wabudia and this is Progress TV. Thank you for joining me. So guys, I have been away, I've been off, I've been silent, and I know I promised every Wednesday, I promised every Monday, and I try as much as possible to keep that consistency. And I have to confess something. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of self-evaluation, which this will be part of today's conversation because we are closing the year. I know I promised to do a Q&A before the end of the year, but it only makes sense for me to do that at the beginning of next year so that we can catch up and move on to the next things. And most probably it could be a random thing, but it only makes sense that I do the last video of this year. This is the last video, if I've not mentioned that before, just in case. But this is the last video for this year, the close for the year. And I want to do something that most of us might be doing with themselves at a personal level, and I want us to share a little bit on how we do it. And this is planning for the next year. What are the goals for the next year and all those things. But I feel like we set targets, we set goals and all those things for the coming year, and we forget to first and foremost celebrate what we have done within that particular year that has passed. That is now to say that, number one, for example, what are the highlights of 2018? What are my highlights for 2018? What are your highlights for 2018? And that will keep you more motivated. You know, people want to celebrate the big things and the big achievements, and we forget the small achievements, the small things that we have done continually. And these small things, if we learn how to celebrate them, that will keep us motivated, that will keep us going, that will lift our spirits, and that will help us to become more and better. So the first thing that I will hope that you will do before the end of this year, please do it with me. Take a paper and pen, write down. If you're like me, I journal a lot, I write a lot, and I don't know how many of you do that, but I do that a lot. Take pen and paper, write down the things that are the highlights for your 2018. What were you happy about? What are the small successes you had at work, with your family, with your friends? It could be anything and everything. So I don't want to mention something specific to make you feel like I'm putting you in a box or some sort of area code. No. But that is very important for us to do. What are the highlights of your 2018? First and foremost, before we go to the targets for 2019. Number two, kings and queens, what I think me and you should do before the end of the year is sit down with ourselves. Apart from the highlights of the year, I want us to list down the things that we are grateful for, because I have realized that a heart of gratitude, a heart full of gratitude, you see, when you notice things that you're thankful for and actually be thankful for them, gratitude has a way of fulfilling us. I don't know, but every time I am thankful, sometimes I'm really low in spirit, I'm really low, like I feel like today I am not happy, there's nothing to celebrate, there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to even say that I am feeling good about myself. And I have realized that when I sit down with myself and speak out the things that I'm grateful for. I am grateful that I have a family. I'm grateful that I have people around me who love me. I'm grateful that I have friends who are true friends. I'm grateful that above all, above any love that I could get, that I have someone who loves me above all, and that is God. Like, you go down and write the things that you're grateful about. I'm grateful for bread. I'm grateful I ate today. There are things that you don't notice, and those very small things, they give us motivation. It gives us motivation again. It gives us the cycle of life again. And I hope today you walk with me and write down or recall all the moments you are grateful in 2018. Yeah, before you decide what you want in 2019. And that will help you feel like there is more. There is hope, there is more to wait for, there is more to be happy about, there is more to expect. It will give you an open heart, an open arm, an open everything. Anyway, the last two things are, number one, now come to a place of setting goals. Now set goals for 2019. Sit down, set goals, say this and this and this is what I would want to have accomplished. This and this and this is what I was supposed to accomplish and I did accomplish. So if it means I'll carry them forward, then I'll carry them forward. But they have to be done. So you have to accomplish the things that you have always spoken upon your lives. Even when I say the goals of 2019, I'm not saying that they are goals, they are totally new goals. Like for me, I know I'll be the best female transformational speaker of my time, but that does not mean that every year I change my mind about that. No, I set another goal that will bring me closer to that bigger goal. You see? Then the other thing you need to ask yourself is, what areas do I want to focus on in 2019? What areas of my life do I want to focus on? Like for me, for example, I can tell you perfectly. Now, if I compare 2018, the goals I had for 2018, the ones that I have hit them, there are others that, man, I've not even started. That's why I've even started them. Like I'm still on the journey of starting them. And there are those that I have started, but I didn't reach where I wanted to reach. You understand me? So for example, I always knew I would start a YouTube channel, and I had said this year would not come. I didn't want to know how it was gonna be. So this year I have been so much consistent with making videos, short clips, whatever, and it has been working amazing for me. And also this year, yeah, I wanted to get abs. I've been wanting to get abs for sijui how long. Yeah, bado sijaachieve hiyo. Yeah, then also this this year I wanted to write a book because I wanted to publish a book by next year, my birthday. I haven't done that, but I have started. That means those are goals that are there that I need to complete on. Others I haven't started. I need to work on them. Others I have achieved, but that doesn't mean it's the end. It means it's just a beginning. Like there's a continuation to it and a depth to it. As I said, I've been through a time of self-evaluation, and today I'll just share one thing that I've noticed about myself. Over the years, I knew I was not patient, but over the years, I have worked on my patience and tolerance. And amazingly, I've noticed this year that that is one thing that apparently has grown. I have grown in, and I had not noticed. It took some time, and it's not the end, by the way. I'm still getting more patient and more tolerant with a lot of things. But lately, as I self-evaluated myself,